This presentation will provide you with a general understanding of product differentiation and advertising. This has been created for Dr. Galvez's Managerial Economics course at Midwestern State University in the spring 2015 semester by myself, Alexa Allgood, and Hannah Jones. This presentation will cover several aspects of our topic, product differentiation and advertising. Those include the introduction, theory, motivation, and application, and the conclusion. In the introduction portion, we will discuss definitions and my personal interpretation of product differentiation and advertising. In the theory section, I will discuss the elements and factors of product differentiation, then correlate the relationship between product differentiation and advertising. For the motivation and application portion, Hannah will discuss her examples of applying product differentiation and advertising in real-life scenarios. Then, for the conclusion, I'll be back to answer the question of why should we differentiate? Defining the basics. Product differentiation. This is the textbook definition, the 8th edition Managerial Economics and Business Strategy textbook that is required for our course. This is the definition that they give us. The key difference between perfect competition and monopolistic competition, the way to control price. Another definition that I found online, which I think fits and might be a little more descriptive, is below, and that says, in economics and marketing, product differentiation is the process of distinguishing a product or service from others to make it more attractive to a particular target market. This involves differentiating it from a competitor's products as well as the firm's own products. So a specific company may have several similar items and they're trying to really push for one item and market it with something special. So simply put, it's a feature that makes one product more valuable. And that's just kind of my personal interpretation of product differentiation. So then for advertising, this is another definition that I found online. The act of practice of calling public attention to one's product, service, or need, etc., especially by paid announcements in newspapers and magazines, over the radio or television, on billboards, etc. So basically any way to get their product known and get their product out there, that's their type of advertising. Basically, spread the message. That's what advertising means. Theory of product differentiation. To effectively and correctly use product differentiation as an economic or marketing strategy, your product probably fits one of the following categories. Have a product that's proprietary, a trade secret or secret recipe, secret ingredient. The product is the first mover in the industry, or there's a cool or trendy factor that other products don't have. This could also be close to an add-on that comes, directly with the product for the product, and other companies and other products aren't doing that yet. And the last one, mostly something beneficial. So let's talk about the beneficial part. Customers buy goods and services because of the benefit that it provides. Without differentiation, each product in a category would have similar benefits, making purchases pretty arbitrary. So differentiation, the theory is that whenever you differentiate your product from competitors' products within the same market and industry, yours will sell yours will sell more, you will be more successful. That's the theory, that customers will want yours because you're giving a benefit that the others are not. The relationship between product differentiation and advertising. So I'll just go through our bullet points first. A company's strategy and positioning relative to differentiation and resulting in advertising choices. What is positioning? The message from advertising. Okay, so differentiation is a key piece of developing a company's positioning strategy, which leads us to our second bullet point. What is positioning? So if you don't know what positioning is, it is what guides the message and the execution that's used in an advertising campaign, or how the company is positioned within the market, how they strategize, everything they do, how they position themselves compared to other companies. And the way that they're positioned and the execution of their advertising should attract customers that seek the specific feature that they're marketing. Advertising messages are used to inform, persuade, and remind customers about a product. That could be anything from introducing new technology, introducing innovation, or new and improved customer service, getting the word out. Advertising is used mostly to convey what makes your brand different and superior to the competitors. So the best example for this is seeing all the different car maker companies having their commercials and saying, "Oh, this car beat out the other brand name car, in different classes, and we're better than so and so." And that's a prime example of advertising and product differentiation and the relationship that they have. So continuing on with some examples, Hannah Jones will take over and speak about more examples with competitive and comparative marketing and niche marketing and advertising. She'll give you some real life scenarios coming up next.
Achieving a competitive advantage through advertising can be done with a couple different strategies. The first one that our book talks about is comparative advertising. You see this with many common products and services. The first example that comes to mind is with Starbucks coffee. A consumer can go to almost any grocery or convenience store to buy coffee and all the fixings to go with it. Making a cup of coffee to fit your specific tastes is not hard and doesn't take much time. Along with that, most restaurants that you go to will sell cups of coffee. Starbucks advertises its coffee as top of the line compared to the average cup of coffee at McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts. The coffee made by these three different companies are all very close substitutes of one another, and that is the reason Starbucks strives to differentiate theirs. By comparing the high quality of their coffee to their competitors' products, Starbucks is reaching out to new and existing consumers. To gain more of a competitive advantage through differentiation, a company needs to convince consumers that its product is superior to what other companies offer. Even though Starbucks is known for its pricey coffee, consumers love it. They are willing to pay that extra premium to get what they feel like is additional value to a normal cup of coffee. Another example of the comparative advertising strategy would be between Apple and Amazon's tablet products. A lot of the commercials each company produces will compare the size, durability, and speed of the product to the rivals' devices. If you watch television, you have seen commercials like this. Amazon will show how much bigger a screen their Fire tablet has compared right next to an iPad. You will also see them talk about how much more storage there is on their device and how much better the resolution on the screen is. This will obviously catch buyers' attentions because they want to purchase something that gives them more value for every dollar they spend. This can also be seen between Samsung and Apple for cell phones. The Samsung Galaxy and iPhone are frequently compared to one another. Once again, to gain a little more of a competitive advantage, differentiating your product by making it seem more appealing and better than other substitutes in its market is an approach used by a lot of companies. Another way to help differentiate products and services is called niche marketing. Finding a particular segment of the market to appeal to can also help gain more of a competitive advantage. Defining a completely original niche is very difficult, considering all that has been developed in the last 20 years. Formulating a new and improved product of something that already exists can produce results that are just as successful. Some products, such as makeup that instantly blends with the color of your skin, will appeal to women who have a hard time matching shades to their skin tone. This new and improved product will capture the ones who are concerned with that. In the same way, there are promotions about the new car seat that will last through the first 3 stages of your child's growth instead of only the first one. This is a new and improved product also that parents who don't want to buy a new car seat every couple of years can buy. This is an attempt to reel in that specific part of the market with new or improved items. A company can set themselves apart by creating these items and adding even more differentiation. When a manager considers a product differentiated enough, they are defined as a myopic manager. This is a manager who will be satisfied with a currently successful product. Launching new ideas or making improvements isn't really high on their list. They are also probably not aware of any new trends in the market. There are always new companies who will enter into the market, and every manager has to try and be one step ahead of their competitors in any way that they can. One of the best ways to do this is by looking at their product from the consumer's point of view. If they saw this in the store and was contemplating buying this product, they should ask themselves, what would I use it for? When and where would I use it? How do I wish I could use it? Research on the latest trends by surveying, interviewing, or observing consumer behavior is really the best way to determine advances in a product or service. Focusing on the needs and demands of consumers will generate long-term profits rather than just the short term. Besides advertising, there are other ways to help differentiate a product or service. Revamping the packaging on an ordinary product or renovating an establishment that provides a conventional service can sometimes make a huge difference. Offering the same thing in a new and creative way can prove to be really effective. An example of this would be Smucker's jelly. For the longest time, it was only offered in a glass or plastic jar. Several years ago, they introduced the availability of their product in squeeze bottles. This provides convenience and a less messy experience. This will appeal to more consumers, and they are willing to pay extra for something different and convenient. Offering some sort of increased or additional service to what is already being offered is another great way to differentiate. Take UPS, FedEx, and the post office, for example. They all deliver packages. The thing that sets the post office apart is their 7-day delivery and sometimes delivery on Christmas Day. Also, there is no fuel surcharge when the post office delivers your packages. This is not true with UPS and FedEx. Even though the post office is known for its mail delivery, they have redefined a typical service of package delivery. Differentiating themselves from the major package delivery companies gives them a slight competitive advantage. Another great thing that they offer are flat rate boxes. A consumer can put as much as they can fit, however heavy, into one of these boxes and they will not be charged for extra weight. These bonus package delivery features that the post office offers will increase their long-term profits by using a unique, customer-oriented approach. Building a partnership with a complementary company to help your product or service be known as the safe and reliable choice will provide differentiation as well. An example of this would be the partnership between DirecTV and AT&T to provide the ultimate cable and internet bundle. AT&T alone does not provide cable services, and DirecTV alone does not provide internet services. Choosing their bundle services together will prove to be a better quality and cheaper option than going with one or the other individually. Along with that, the two companies benefit from this relationship with free advertising and increased sales. Those are only a few of the ways to differentiate a product or service. One option that a company really shouldn't consider for differentiation is lowering prices to appeal to consumers. That may generate short-term profits, but will not be very beneficial in the long run. The only way to achieve that is by creating an innovative aspect to a current product or innovating something totally new.
Why differentiate? A less elastic product is a good thing for companies. Which product does the consumer typically choose? Elasticity refers to the relative change in product demand when you change your price. A primary benefit of differentiation is that it can make your brands more inelastic, which means customers more easily tolerate price increases. The number of available substitutes for a given product has a direct impact on its price elasticity. So the more distinct your product, the more you can stretch the price. High elasticity means customers won't budge on price, and the lower elasticity means just the opposite, that they're willing to budge a little bit, which is why the slide says that less elastic items are better for a company. Imagine that you are sitting at home on a Sunday night watching your favorite show on TV and a commercial break starts. One commercial, two commercials, three commercials about the same type of product, each of them trying to outmarket the next. Who wins at the advertising game? Which brand product do you purchase? A typical consumer is going to purchase the product that stands out due to the differentiation and adds more value to the deal. That's why companies differentiate, to make you buy or choose their product in the competitive industry. And that's our presentation for differentiation in advertising.